Just to say a very good morning to Delano Jooste. Good morning, and how you doing,
Good
sir?
morning. I am doing fantastic.
Ah, that's great. That's great. So, Delano, very excited to hear from the music committee. You are releasing a new track. But before we get to the new track, let's talk about you. You hail from George. You're in Cape Town at the moment. We'll find out
Yes,
more
I
about that.
am in Cape Town at the moment. Yes.
Brilliant. So, as a young man, just tell us a little bit about your getting into the music scene here in South Africa.
Yeah. So I guess my parents. I didn't exactly have a choice. My mom sang to me when I was still in the womb, so it's music has
Brilliant.
been there all along. Played
Well done,
all kinds of
Mom.
classic music when I was young. My dad's been blasting every genre that you could possibly think of since I was born. Loud in the house. Started playing violin when I was 6. Picked up my first six-string guitar when I was 11. Started writing songs, and then just I think about 2021, so 2 years ago, right? Yeah. I started a youth band with someone in George and called Messengers RSA, and wrote a track called Presence that we recorded, and that was like getting one half a toe in the music industry. And then last year I won a national singing competition, Laat ons juich, and then another competition called Join Bands Not Gangs, and through that I was able to record a song called Raise the Alarm, and release that on Spotify as well. So yeah, that I guess
That
is
was
the quick story, the quick version.
definitely the quick version, but it's such a cool one. Delano, in terms of the inspiration that you draw from, what are some of those things that inspire you and help you to do what you do?
Yeah, I guess pretty much everything in my day to day. I'm inspired by people. Obviously, I'm inspired by God and by what He does in my life around me and His Word. Um, and yeah, so I guess pretty much everything. I really hate to see my generation struggle with the stuff that they struggle with, and like I believe I'm called to pioneer that there's a better way. There's a better way than just succumbing to the world and then just conforming to the world's patterns. And that there's more, honestly. So I'm inspired that to write songs about that. Like it's my greatest outlet and my greatest creative space where I can really process the stuff that either inspire me or just bother me, and that I want to find out what's going on. How do we solve this?
That is brilliant. Really so cool. For those who just joined the conversation or just tuned in, we're chatting to a man who some might say is fresh out of school because he's
Yeah.
young and full of energy. Delano Jooste, local artist that is definitely making people sit up and notice. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that song, Never Enough. We're going to be launching it here on Breakfast with Friends. What inspired you to write it, and what was the process that you went through?
Yeah, so I guess musically, when I was crafting the pre-production and stuff, I was thinking, I want to do something that it has been done before on the international scene, but be really specific about it, because I'm a big fan of 80s. So I just sat there and recorded a bunch of 80s synths, and then I took it to the producer here in Cape Town, and we decided to make I'd say an 80s glory with a punk undertone. So that's like the way I like to describe it. But yeah, it's a dance track, and the lyrics really, it's about social media and the potentially harmful and negative effects of it, and how social media, especially to Gen Z, it can really hook you, it can really pull you in. And I myself have experienced how it's just this void of searching for validation, searching for approval from others. And it's like, oh, that person didn't like that post. Why didn't they like that post or that story or whatever? But they like that one, and then it just drives you insane, and it really makes you anxious. It can really tear your self image apart, and your self worth. And deeper than that, it keeps you. it creates this non-existent world and we're constantly in competition with each other in a very unhealthy way potentially. So of course social media has its benefits, for marketing and for interaction, general interaction and stuff, but overall, if I look at my generation, it often has a very negative effect. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's about.
Brilliant. Delano, before we ask you to introduce the track, just last words of encouragement for those people who are struggling because of the side effects of social media and just that feeling of rejection, those struggles. What would you say to those people?
Yeah. Your identity and your worth is not found in stuff. It's not found in what other people think of you. It is 100%. It can only come from Jesus and what his word says about you. So really pick up the word and read everything that you can in Ephesians about who you are as a child of God, what your identity is in Christ. And just start to pace yourself. Like maybe switch your phone off at night, or put on a social media timer or whatever it is, and just start implementing practical little things, and find someone to be accountable to. That, I would say, is the best advice I can give.
Wow. Brilliant. And it's so good to have you in our beautiful city. Delano, you're here because you're working on something new, right?
Yes, I am. I am recording some more stuff and meeting some people this week. So I'm really excited.
Very, very exciting. Delano, that's where we're going to leave it for now, but we're definitely going to continue the conversation going forward with your permission. It'll be so great to connect with you some more in the future. Let's do it. Will you introduce the song for us, please, Delano?
I would. This is most definitely, I'm super excited about it. And yeah, it would be called Never Enough.
There we go.
You pick up